Wow, just look at that impact. Stumps completely shattered, bails flying everywhere, and the batter just staring back in absolute disbelief. There is honestly no sight more thrilling in cricket than a perfectly executed fast delivery totally destroying a batter's defense. But this doesn't just happen by accident. It's the result of biomechanics, aerodynamics, and tactical genius all coming together in a fraction of a second. It is the devastating reality of a perfect inswinger.
Welcome to The Explainer. I am so pumped to guide you through today's masterclass. If you've ever wanted to truly understand how to manipulate a cricket ball and make it talk, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to build cricket's ultimate weapon, step by step. We'll cover everything from exactly how you place your fingers on the leather, all the way to executing the perfect tactical dismissal. Get ready to completely transform your understanding of swing bowling.
All right, here's our game plan for today. We'll define this ultimate cricket weapon, master the grip, break down the wrist action at release, look at the front arm engine, and finally, dive into tactics and dismissals. Let's get right into it.
Starting off with Section 1, the ultimate cricket weapon, defining the threat.
So what exactly makes the inswinger so threatening? Well, think about a standard outswinger moving away from a right-handed batter. It's dangerous, sure, but the inswinger? It starts outside the off stump and violently curves inward, zeroing right in on the leg stump. It's absolutely lethal because it attacks the pads and the stumps directly. You literally can't just leave it alone. You have to play it. And that forced response, that's exactly where the trap snaps shut.
Moving on to Section 2, mastering the grip, the micro details.
Now, if you actually want to bowl this thing, you've got to set up the aerodynamics before you even start your run-up. It's a precise 3-step process. Step 1, get those first 2 fingers nice and close together right on the seam. Step 2, make sure the shiny side of the ball is facing the off side. And Step 3, angle that seam so it's pointing towards fine leg.
Why do these exact steps matter so much? Well, unlike an outswinger where your fingers might be slightly spread, an inswinger demands you keep those fingers totally tight on the seam. And that prominent tilt pointing towards fine leg, that specific angle is the physical trigger for the inward movement. It's what sets up the pressure differential in the air. Think of that shiny side as a rudder facing the off side, while the seam points towards fine leg. It's basically pure physics right in the palm of your hand. The air zips faster over that smooth, shiny side and then catches the angled seam. That creates a force that physically pushes the ball inward toward the right-handed batter. Pretty cool, right? All right, Section 3, wrist action at release, the rotational secret. A lot of club bowlers think swing is just about polishing that shiny side, but the real secret sauce? It's the wrist. For an outswinger, you keep the wrist completely upright, but for the inswinger, you absolutely must rotate that wrist inward. Right at the microsecond of release, the back of your hand should be facing fine leg. Locking your wrist into that specific inward angle is what guarantees the final swing direction and keeps that seam perfectly upright as it flies down the pitch. That brings us to Section 4, the front arm engine, the macro mechanics. I absolutely love this concept because it shatters a massive myth. The myth that swing is only about your bowling hand. The quote goes that front arm is not decoration, it is the engine of your bowling action. And it is so true. If your non-bowling arm isn't firing, all that careful grip and wrist work we just talked about, it'll just fall apart under match pressure. Legends like Wasim Akram and James Anderson completely understood this. So, how does this actually look in the delivery stride? When you drive that non-bowling arm high as you enter the crease, it does something almost magical. It keeps your bowling shoulder elevated, and when your shoulder stays up, your whole body stays tall. An upright body equals a vertical seam in flight, and a vertical seam is a swinging seam. If you drop that front arm too early, your body tilts, the seam tilts, and poof, your swing is gone. Plus, aggressively pulling down that front arm gives you the rotational pace and drive straight through the crease to make the delivery genuinely terrifying. Finally, Section 5, tactics and dismissals, unleashing the weapon. Okay, when you pitch this ball perfectly, you're hitting the batter with 3 completely distinct, unsolvable problems all at exactly the same time. We call it the ultimate triple threat. Problem 1, they get bowled. The ball swings through the gate and crashes into the stumps. Problem 2, LBW. It smashes into the front pad plumb in front of the wickets. And problem 3, caught. If they misjudge that angle and try to flick it leg side, they catch the inside edge straight to the keeper or a short leg fielder. That's 2 fielders, 2 chances, all from one single delivery. To actually activate this triple threat, your target is that golden corridor outside off stump. You want to pitch it full. Make it look like a juicy half volley out of the hand, but dipping late. If you bowl too full, they'll just pat it away. Too short, and it's an easy flick to the leg side. But hitting that perfect length, just outside off stump, that makes the late, violent inward dip completely unplayable.
And here is the ultimate payoff. A batter completely beaten for all money. This is the exact moment when the micromechanics of your tight grip and rotated wrist merge with the macromechanics of your tall front arm engine to execute the perfect tactical plan. The ball starts outside off, jags back in violently, totally bypasses the bat, and wrecks the stumps. That is what mastering the over-the-wicket Inswinger really looks like in reality.
So we've broken down the physics, the mechanics, and the tactics. Now the real work belongs to you. I want you leaving this explainer ready to hit the nets. Here's a challenge for your next practice. Set up a cone at shoulder height next to your run-up. Make sure your front arm points above that marker to keep your action tall and that seam perfectly upright. So how will you adapt that front arm drill and lock in those wrist mechanics next time you practice? Get out there, start building your own ultimate cricket weapon today, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.